everyone, and welcome to the Always On Point podcast here with Kristen Ambos. It's sponsored by my parent company, Point Mortgage. So here we are today. We're cutting this, and rates are a hot topic right now because they are so volatile, yet no one knows what's happening. Just in the last few weeks with, the Iran war, somebody gets up, speaks on it, rates go up, then they come down, then they go up, then they come down. And in this case, my biggest point of, rate locking, what conversation am I having with clients right now around rate locking? Rates are running in the mid sixes right now. They just are, which then brings out every lender known to man who are offering really low interest rates that don't make any sense to the market. And every initial closing disclosure I'm getting from clients shopping me are showing some kind of points. Lenders, loan officers are charging for points all over the place. Here are a couple examples of why you need to look at all the fees. I was up against a huge local bank not long ago, and their loan officer wasn't getting back to them for one. That's a sure sign that you're going to have struggles all through the loan process when you're buying or refinancing. However, they gave them options, which is great. You know how I feel if you listen to this channel at all. I'm a big options person, right? I want to get the options to the client that's going to best suit their needs. Now, with that being said, so many people don't have the additional cash to pay for all the points. I've seen anywhere from $200 in points to $12,000 in points recently. And I'm going to come back and say, you can look online and you could see the biggest mortgage influencer. If you look up their numbers, they probably don't do much business at all. Charismatic on the internet, yes. Good loan officer, no. Can't strategize, can't get deals done. They are thinking that they are bigger than they are. And they don't really know and don't strategize, one, how to have relationships, and two, how to take care of those relationships and do a lot of business. The other part that comes with this is systems. You need to have your systems in place. So when a loan officer isn't getting back to you, is talking circles around you, I feel about that, you're probably falling into a trap where they're, just trying to get business in the door, floundering around, and then going to figure it out later at your expense. In the interim of that, they don't know how to price. Do you know how many loan officers don't know how to price, and they're just offering rates that are so low but can't talk to you about what it looks like, can't tell you what you're actually paying for, or they don't even have a clue of what's going on with the actual fees involved. So national lenders, Wisconsin is really particular. National lenders just don't understand what our fees are. In the state of Wisconsin, we are considered a low closing cost state, comparatively speaking with the rest of the country. So when you're going with a national lender, the fees are typically higher. Plus, in a lot of states outside of Wisconsin, it might be typical to pay for points. In the state of Wisconsin, we're relatively conservative when it comes to costs, when it comes to financing, and when it comes to people really understanding their own finances. And they are going to look for the best deal. However, what we've talked about is the best deal will come at an expense, most likely. And I have seen so much of that. This past 4 days, I myself have done 21 pre-approval letters and taken in 6 accepted offers. I couldn't be more ecstatic about that. You guys, that's the proof in the pudding. Anyone could tell you all day long that they are the best of the best. They are community driven. They are customer service focused. They are the best and lowest interest rate in town. Ask them and they will tell you how good they are. But can they tell you what is really happening along the processes? Can they look you in the eye and tell you with full certainty that they understand what's happening in the market? They know their mortgage guidelines. They'll tell you they do they? And why I say that is even this morning, I'm up against a pre-approval letter with an accepted offer, and the gentleman is moving. He is relocating. He has not found a job yet, which means he technically isn't fully pre-approved, yet he's got an offer accepted on a pre-approval letter. Hasn't heard back from the loan officer, has a hard time getting a hold of them. So again, just spitting out pre-approvals and not doing their due diligence. As a listing agent, what I'm looking for your tried and true loan officer, not even mortgage company, loan officer. What do they do? How do they do it? Is it somebody I know? Is it somebody I can get a hold of? And is it somebody who can answer all my questions? Then I'm looking up their numbers. What do they really know and how much experience do they have? They might have been in the business for 10, 15, even 20 years, but they've only written, $5 to $10 million a year in business. I'm going to guess that they don't have a ton of experience. Why? Because if I do that math, that's only equating to maybe 2 to 3 deals a month. How much experience do they have in the grand scheme of this market at 2 to 3 deals a month? I'm going to put my timeline, my expertise up against that all day long and my knowledge of the guidelines and probably win. Why am I going to win? That's not an arrogant statement. I know it sounds like that. I know it does. But the point of the matter is when you've done as much business, tried and true, year over year, over and over again, you have seen all the loan problems that are out there and you found a way to work it out. That's been myself. The amount of crazy loan options we have right now, and I won't even say loan options, it's client options coming in. And they're coming in and they have houses that they're buying that aren't to code, but lenders telling them they can get into it, no problem. The house isn't to code. No lender can close on that house if the inspector isn't willing to say it's to code, right? And I was up against one a week ago. And a lender who's 6 months in the business on our side, in the IMB, in the Fannie Freddie, in the secondary market, in the licensed mortgage side, said they could get it done. The inspector wasn't going to sign off on it. It was an empty swimming pool with no mechanicals. And it had no fence, no mechanicals, no nothing. Underwriting saw that because the appraisal called it out. The appraisal called it out because the appraiser knew that it didn't pass inspection by the town's inspector. No loan officer was going to be able to get that hazard closed. However, what agents do is they freak out at the last second, call anyone who will listen, and the first loan officer that's going to say, I can get it done, whether they know they can or not. Then all of a sudden we've got 3 days before closing, we're doing new loan applications. Now they're offering lower interest rates on a deal they can't even close, putting the client into a complete tizzy. And now we've taken a really solid, easily asked for, get it fixed, get the house up to code. It should have been up to code before it was even listed, but it wasn't. So we're dealing with it. And now we've got multiple lenders, rates. We've got clients that don't know what's going on. They don't know who to trust because loan officers are out there touting that they can get stuff done that technically they cannot, would not pass. Any underwriter would never accept a swimming pool that's wide open, not to code, no fencing, no mechanicals, half full. They're not going to do it, you guys. The appraiser's going to call that out. Why didn't I know about that in the beginning? Because the pictures were still from winter. Half full, showing snow covered. Until an appraiser gets out there and shows that, then we're going to deal with it. This is a part of where having a strong listing agent to do that due diligence up front, a strong buyer's agent knowing that that was going to be an option, and a strong lender to walk them through it, this would have been an easy deal known up front. Done. I'm going to circle back. Your real estate agent, your loan officer, your lending team, your inspection team, everything matters. It matters so much for a clean, stress-free loan all day long, twice on Sunday. I'm not being, and I watch back some of these clips and I feel so bad because I feel like, gosh, they must just think I'm a negative Nelly. But the truth of the matter is this is the market we're living in. And the more info I can give you on real life experiences that I have right now, the better it is. And I will put my 24 years and thousands of loans closed in my career up against anyone who's been in the market, who has done $20 million of business in their career, who's done, has been in the licensed for the last 5 or 6 years. They haven't had the experience that I've had. That's not an arrogant statement. That's just me confidently saying, I have been there, done that. I've seen it. I've got the knowledge. I've got all the experience to get it out, to let the agents know, to stop things before they start. Going back to my situation just this morning, the agent doesn't know any better. They've got a pre-approval from a bank, right? Until I say, listen, we don't have any income to use. Now we have an accepted offer, but I'm telling her that on day one of the accepted offer. So she's prepared that this might come if we can't get a job offer letter. Instead of just letting it go through and a week before closing saying, hey, by the way, we never had a job offer letter and now we can't get it closed. Putting the listing agent, the sellers, the buyer's agent, all in a tizzy to fix this. I want to partner with my listing and buyer's agents. I want to protect them because the better they do for their clients, the better we do. The longer we are in this business, the better relationships we have. This is so relational and it needs to go back to that. This isn't buying business. This isn't buying leads. This is actually strategizing to make sure that your buyers and your sellers are in the best hands. And I want to strategize with that all day long. And what I see online, and then I look up numbers, and then I hear about all the catastrophes happening, there's only one thing to put it together, and that's lack of understanding. That's lack of business knowledge. That is lack of doing business to understand that. And that comes with time. That comes with time. But are you going to put your $500 million loan amount on somebody learning and trying to get there and baiting and switching you into thinking that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, but don't have the actual knowledge base to get the deal done and it's going to scramble? It's no different than all of a sudden saying, hey, I'm going to start my own mortgage company. I've never owned a mortgage company. I've never owned a marketing company to get it done. I've never owned any of that, but I'm going to start my own today and watch me be successful. And oh, by the way, I'm going to take 10 of my best loan officer friends with me, and I'm going to use them as guinea pigs to make sure that I get ahead in life. I'm not doing it. I'm not messing around with anybody's careers, and I'm not messing around with $1 million sales, $500,000 sales. I'm not even messing around with a $50,000 loan amount. These are people's livelihoods we are dealing with, and we have to protect that. So I wanted to put a smile on my face and let all of you guys know that this is the real deal. This is somebody working on behalf of you till 10 o'clock at night, on Saturdays, on Sundays. 21 off pre-approvals this week, solid pre-approvals going into the market. And I have a really great feeling that we're going to take all 21 of those to accepted offers and closed homes in this next market. Why? Because my buyers are educated. My agents are educated. They know what's going on. They're going to write clean offers that are going to get accepted, that we're going to take them to the closing table. Am I going to promise you that things aren't going to come up within that offer? No, I'm not. I can't. Again, a swimming pool covered with snow against what it really looked like when all the snow melted are two different things. But what we did is we pieced them together. We found a solution. We got the whole team together, got it done, and now we're clear to closing on it today. Last Friday, it was told to me that they might be starting over with another lender who promised them that they could get it done, but was going to get it done without it being to code. In the last couple of days, we got it to code. Was it challenging? It was. Did we get it done? We did within, super fast timelines within 3 days. Got the appraiser back out there, clear to closing today. That's what I'm talking about. Promising and delivering. Getting things done. Knowing how to solve the problem. Knowing to make the calls. Knowing who to talk to. And bringing it full circle to make sure you're still closing on your dream home. And that's an exciting place to be. I don't run from a problem. I embrace it, figure it out, and we win because we close. And I found just this last week, just listening over and over again to Signetti. And he was, anyone that knows the Indiana story knows that small guy went on his own. He bet on himself, put everything he had into it, and simply said, I win, Google me. It hit home for me. We are at a smaller company. We do things differently. We do them with relationships. We do them working on behalf. We might not have the fanciest, glitteriest marketing available nationwide, but what we have is tried and true closed loans. I would put my process up against anybody's right now. And I will tell you that without a doubt, we will win. And I want to work with people who want to work with a winning team. I want to work with agents who want to be a part of a winning team. I want to work with other loan officers who want to be a part of a winning team. I want to work with buyers and sellers who know that we're going to take them to the closing table and they're confident in that from day one. And that's what we do. We win. Watch us. And that's that's the team you want with you. If you're an agent, if you are a buyer, if you are a seller, and that's who we are. And I couldn't be looking at you more proud of that with the experience, with the tenure, with the data to show it. Look me up, you'll see it. My reviews speak for themselves. We are committed. We are communicative and we get things done. And I am so excited to be on that side of things in this world where loan officers are truly putting your data into AI, proprietary data, by the way, to give you solutions because they don't know how. And then if that's wrong, because we know AI isn't perfect, or our underwriters AI, what happens when they don't know how to answer the question to you after the fact? What happens when the client calls you? Again, last night this just happened to me. I had a client call me. He is 57 months ahead of schedule on his mortgage. He's lived there for less than a year. That's by strategy. Unfortunately, he is now diagnosed stage 4 cancer. We had a 45-minute conversation with him today. He's selling his house because he's going to use his money to battle his diagnosis. We strategized what that looked like. Even though he's selling his house and I can't put him into a mortgage right now. That's not what he's looking for. But I still strategized with him and what he can do to save it. And in bound and determined, he's going to beat it. And in 18 months, we're going to talk again. And we're going to put him into another mortgage. Those are the kind of people I want to work with that trust me to help them and that I want to see win even when I can't put them in a mortgage. It's deeper than going online and filling out an application and never speaking to another loan officer again. This is real money. These are real lives. These are real connections and these are real emotions. And you need somebody with you who can help with that. And my team and I, yet we might be small, we are mighty, and we've proven that over and over again. You don't need a massive team of 30 people to get a loan done. You need a small team who's in it for you. And that's who we are. And I'm really proud of that. Just the message I wanted to share today. I hope it hits you all. You know, now is the obligatory. Please go over to our YouTube channel, follow us, subscribe. It helps. It helps us bring more information out there. Follow us on any socials. You can find us on any podcast platform, always on point. We want to do what's right by you. We really want to earn that. We want to earn it the right way. And I'm grateful for that. And I am grateful for all of you who listen, who trust us to get the deals done for you, whether you are a buyer, whether you are a seller looking to, be a buyer. 75% of buyers right now are sellers. So if you're a seller, you're going to probably be looking for a mortgage. I want to help you too. And if you are a real estate agent, I want to strategize with you. I don't want this to be a transactional thing. I want it to be a real relationship where I answer your phone and I help you through everything you need to help your buyers and sellers. Because in my mind, this is a team effort. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for this space. And we'll see you again next week.